Now, the $10 million secret to scale is not a funnel, but it's actually a triangle. So a triangle, the magic triangle that we established with the Exponential Blueprint. And this is edition 29. First of all, I want to thank all the 22,000 subscriber, all the founders, all the investor, and the C-suite executive. They're really trusting this newsletter. They only started on the 8th of January, and we've grown so much. So thank you so much for all your interest in this, all your attention. And now let me move into the actual newsletter. So let's read it together. So here we are. Determine a secret to scale, a triangle, not a funnel. So basically, the message for you, you're not one funnel away, you're one system away. And I'm going to explain you all this. Now, this week, the partnership is with TimePlus. TimePlus is sponsoring our newsletter. TimePlus is one of the major innovator we have found. They're actually making plastic obsolete, which is a major market to consider. So I would like to invite you really to really click on them and check their information. Check if you is this a company you may want to be interested in to be part of it in future. Okay, now let's come to our edition. This is the moment we went live, which was last week on the 17th of July. There was a live webinar. It was called From Stack to Scaling. And the idea is really for any business that feels invisible to become investable. So it was not really anything to do with, it was not just motivation, okay? This is about really a wake-up call for all the founders. And so what we have established is effectively the 5 phases in which any business can be found. But first of all, I want to tell you about our history, how it all started from 2017 to 2025. As you can see, this is the picture of the first classroom, the first pilot that we did with University of Plymouth. That was back in 2017. After that pilot that was led with entrepreneurs, we went into offering this program to various institutions and various actually individual business as well. 2018, 2019, until 2020, COVID struck. And then in 2024, we then started again to offer this program online. You're going to be able to offer and to actually to be offered this program at very advantageous condition. As you can see from the newsletter, there's a link here, for example, so you can check it out for you. It's effectively 20 videos and 8 hours in which you can find really the content of this program. Now, every business lives in one of 5 stages. So in each stage, you have to change the way in which you behave, okay? So for example, when you're a startup, there are certain reasons why a startup fell. So we analyze the reason why a startup fails. Say there's no monetization model sometimes, there's no investor ready financial. So the 3 phases of a startup are all shown here. Obviously, in the webinar that you can access on the YouTube channel, you will find so much more about this. Scale up is when you got rising revenue, but sometimes you may have not rising cash flow. So there are so many reasons why scale up fails. But again, when you scale up, you need to think differently as a founder. You can't think the same as you did when you were a startup. When you scale up, it's about really your leadership team. So you need to be leadership fit, not just product fit. Now, startup, you are product fit. Scale up, you become leadership fit. Stagnation is when after growing, you stop growing. And that's where there's a big risk for the business to fail. So eventually you go lack succession planning. There's no update on the market. There's no update on the product. There's no update on the customer. The next one is crisis. Now, crisis is when we see declining revenue and declining cash flow. That's where you really have to act really, really fast. There's no really such a thing as being comfortable in a crisis. You have to really act as quickly as possible. You can't really let a restructuring plan become a rescue, and then a rescue becomes a total failure effectively. And then you got the exit. the last phase, in which we find the failure, they're really related to the fact there's no succession planning, or perhaps there's no repeatable model, there's no really transferable intellectual property. So all these are fixable. So that's why this triangle works for all the phases of all the businesses, okay? Effectively, the triangle is about IP monetization, as we see here, leadership evolution, and global expansion. Have a look at, obviously, also the webinar for more details. And then we got some case studies. One is successful, another one is not so successful. So the successful is Sarah. Daniel is less successful. And then we got Rachel, who is more successful. Eventually, the message at the end of this is let's fix it before it's too late, okay? So join the Exponential Blueprint program. You will get 20 high-impact videos. You're going to have monthly execution calls as well. You're going to have templates, core frameworks. You need to be really, you need to get to a stage where you become IP and investor ready. So you got all the tools needed there. And so you can join here. There's going to be also a major new theme coming up in August and September, most in September. It's about private markets. How do we tap in $14 trillion of capital markets for companies that they never seen it, they never heard about it, and now we're going to just bring it to light for them. So on the newsletter, you will find a very short video with James Hunt, who's a private market expert. We're going to start really presenting to the audience, all the small founder, about this. It's going to be a major opportunity for so many businesses to potentially do a partial exit or find new investor and effectively creating what we call really the right high valuation strategy. Okay. Then the expert corner, Margaret Bowles, again, the M&A expert from Indonesia. You can watch the podcast again that we did back in May. This week, she's talking about retention. Retention is key. So when you buy a business, don't forget about these very important items. Last but not least, I would like to thank you so much for following me on LinkedIn, for watching the YouTube channel, and for subscribing to the Exponential Blueprint. It's a real pleasure, and I just can't thank you enough for all the messages that I'm getting, all the communication, all the to my post, comments to my post, and all the requests for help that you are really asking me to give you. So thank you so much, and I'll see you to the next edition, Exponential Blueprint number 30, which will be on the 30th of July. Thank you very much, and bye for now. By the way, don't forget, I was going to forget this myself, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, I'll be able to obviously, present better content, and I'm going to be able to have better guests coming to the studio. Going to have so many podcasts coming in. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.